guys, Brian here from Audio Geek, and I'm back yet again with another cool audio review for you guys. So today, as is our weekly thing we are doing now, this is part 3 of our series on NMD audio cables, and this is part 3. The whole series is called Welcome to the Rabbit Hole, because it seems once you start buying at a certain amount, the amounts just get a lot more. So the cable we are reviewing today is the Sakura, guys. I'm going to let you have a very quick look, and then in the unboxing as well, I want to get into the looks of this cable in the look and build part. But yeah, the Sakura is a $620 cable, guys. It plays a bit in the higher leagues here when it comes to cables. So what I've come to experience with NMD cables is not just the build quality of their cables and the sound and all the R&D that goes into the stuff. It's the friendliness of their staff, man. I mean, Murphy is such a cool guy to deal with, and once you start building up relationships with companies like that, even as a buyer, not as a reviewer, once you get to know people like that and their service, it's such a pleasure buying from them and doing business with them. So yeah, this came, all these cables came together, and they were sent, I think, from Singapore with DHL. So it was like very quickly, and then it was here in South Africa. So I think without further ado, guys, let's unbox this $620 Sakura. Like always, unboxing NMD audio products is such a pleasure, man. I love these cases. I wish more in-ear monitors and other companies would put their stuff in sturdy boxes like this. I mean, this thing you cannot destroy. A cardboard box you can destroy, but not this thing. So like usual, when you open it up, cables on top. We're gonna see in the look and build what it looks like. Then you've got your nice little thin carrying case here. They also put in a bag, but I will never carry a $620 cable in a bag, guys. That's just not me. It is a nice little velvet bag, but I just keep it here in the bottom of the box. I might put it in here and then put that inside there for some extra dampness protection, or you know, to protect with a little bit of silica gel. I will do that, but I will not leave this cable out on its own like that. So 10 out of 10 for the unboxing experience, as usual. For the price, the packaging, for me, I'm very happy. So I can't wait to get into the look and build and see what this cable looks like and show you guys. So let's go there. So for the look and build on the Sakura, I just had to switch on the lights here so that we can get a better look. So basically this cable is pink, guys. I know we don't get a lot of pink cables out there, and they say pink is the new black. So we're gonna have to see. If we check out the physical build, this is not as thick as the, yes, it is thick, but it's not as thick as the Mist and the other big bulky cables that I have. So it looks like this one has a little bit finesse, but like all high-end cables, this thing coils around your arm. It's one way I test a cable, is how it coils. Then I already know the quality. It's just something I worked out for myself. It's a very nice braid here, but I don't think I'm gonna get a decent. I always struggle to get a good focus with this camera of mine, but it seems like it's pink, and then it's got a little specks like this, almost like canvas, like a canvas type material inside a plastic shielding. I really like this design. It's, if you look closer, the Mist also is like that, and you guys know how much I like the Mist cable. So build quality feels exquisite, guys. Am I feeling like it's spending like $600? Well, yeah, I do have lots of high-end cables, and I can tell you now that this thing feels the business. It's got metal 0.78 connectors here. It's got a nice chin slider. What I don't normally like chin sliders, but because I like big and bulky cables, they become a necessity. So I've gotten quite used to chin sliders. The connectors here are metal pieces, really nice. As you can see, it's a 4.4 balanced. I don't think I will buy this cable in a 3.5 millimeter, unless you're a guy that uses a Cord Hugo or Mojo. Cord Hugo. If you use a Cord Mojo with the 3.5 millimeter, then it will make sense. But for everything else, there's 4.4 millimeter balanced. So overall, with the look and build, guys, I'm extremely happy. Full marks here. Let's check out the connectivity. For the connectivity part, like I mentioned, it's a beautiful 4.4 millimeter termination here, so I've got a plethora of options that I can hook this up to. I can go from my desktop headphone amplifier with the 4.4 balanced. I can go from my DAC amps. I can hook one of my DAC amps up to my PC laptop. Then I've got the connection there. I can go from my digital audio players. Cell phone obviously is 3.5, so that's out. But I mean, you even get in today's day and age, you get cell phones that's got a 4.4 millimeter balanced out, like the Moondrop Myriad phone that's actually got a very cool DAC amp inside. So the options is all over there, and I think we can check out the specs. If we check out the specs and the material that the Sakura, man, I love that name, Sakura, such a cool name for a cable. If we check out the materials, this one is a 5N single crystal silver. The accessories materials is silver anodized and white electroplated. The connectors is a silver plated OFC and also gold plated OFC. The terminations is 10U gold plated OFC. The strands inside the cable, it's 4 strands, and each strand conductor is 24 AWG. The structure, it's 3 different wire gauges, 4 layer, with a golden ratio structure. It's that formula 1.0.618, that magic formula. It's inside this cable. There's also a clockwise and an anti-clockwise twisted layer, and the length is 1.2 meters. So that sounds like a lot of technical cool stuff going on. I'm going to listen to this one for a week, and I'm actually seeing that this is marketed as a cable for eyes and for vocals. So I did get a cable, I did get an IEM in here that's specialized for vocals, and it is a very beautiful IEM, and I think the IEM is a lot cheaper. But I do think that this cable is going to suit that IEM very well, and I'm also going to hook it up to my other favorite one for vocals, and then obviously I'll hook it up to a bit of more expensive IEMs, and then we will see what the Sakura can do. So stay tuned. And I am back with my sound impressions on the NMD Audio Sakura cable. And guys, let me tell you something. Reviewing cables, it's much harder than reviewing in-ear monitors, eh? And I think that is also the reason why a lot of reviewers don't want to review cables, and they totally decline them. Me, on the other hand, I like reviewing cables. The overall sound profile I picked up on the Sakura is that it was geared towards vocals at mids, and also for live recordings, vocal based music with maybe a singer and an acoustic guitar, you know. And because it is geared towards vocals, I tested it with a lot of my IEMs that is geared towards vocals, to see if the Sakura could enhance the sound in any way, because it is an upgrade cable after all. I'm also not going to tell you a lot about the bass on this cable, because what I do is when a company sends me an IEM or a cable or whatever, and they tell me, listen, this thing was designed for this, And when I look at the brochure on the Sakura cable, they tell me that it is geared towards vocals. So I'm not going to penalize this on the bass response and go on and tell you how it changes the bass if it wasn't designed for that. My favorite set for vocals at the moment are those ear acoustic audio VSA Max. Man, those things are vocal beasts. And let me tell you, I scored the VSA Max perfect score, 5 stars out of 5, and I thought it was the perfect in-ear monitor for vocals. And adding the Sakura, it kind of blew me away, guys. The mids were definitely cleaner. Clarity was one thing I noticed. It changes the clarity aspect of the sound in a way that you really notice. So I can really tell you, cables does make a difference. Yeah, the same thing with the Bequist Wind. I also love the Bequist Wind. There's two other I like. I like the Bequist Cloud. Is also one of my favorite sets for vocals, and then also the vocals on the Wind is not too bad, eh? So on the Wind, I prefer the NMD Audio, also from NMD Audio, the Mist. I love the Mist, not just because of the sound, but also because of the aesthetics. The aesthetics in that cable with the Cloud and also with the Wind, it just works for me. And the Mist is also my favorite, although it's not the most expensive. It's just my favorite NMD Audio cable. So I still looked up the Sakura, and it was a big upgrade over the stock cable, guys. I love the Wind soundstage, and this is another thing the Sakura does, is it increases the soundstage somehow. I don't know how these guys do it, but it does increase the soundstage. There's no psychoacoustics involved here. I know, I know what I hear. Yeah, so the Sakura took that soundstage off the Wind. I didn't focus so much on the vocals because the soundstage stood out so much. It took that already big soundstage on the Wind and it made it bigger. My favorite IEM that I found for the Sakura is the Audiophiles 08700 VB. This is also where I found out that this Sakura cable loves hybrid in-ear monitors more than it likes single driver units. I have to say the difference here was not so much in the vocals but on the treble. It really did something to the treble for me on the Audiophiles, and that just shows me that it's not just geared towards vocals, but it's also there to make the treble a bit more sparkling, which it definitely did on the Audiophiles. I didn't pick up such a big increase in the vocals, but the treble definitely stood out for me. So if you are an Audiophiles owner, this is definitely a good upgrade, guys. So yeah, with the Bequist Cloud. Now the Cloud was always my favorite one, and then that ear acoustic audio entered my life, and they took a vocal IEM and gave it some bass, and it sounded so good to me. But the Cloud is still there up with my all-time favorites for vocals. I also prefer the Mist for that because of aesthetics, because the pink and that green of the Cloud doesn't go so well together, but sound wise it made a bigger improvement than the Mist. This was more for me because the Cloud is a vocal based IEM. It also made it's as if it makes the vocals a bit more crisper and clearer, a bit more, not surgical. I mean, there is still a bit of warmness there for you to enjoy it, but it just turns it into such a clarity. That's the word I'm looking for. Clarity with the Sakura is just out of this world. This is a real gem of a cable, guys, and I think NMD Audio, they showcased here what can be done with experimenting with different cable materials and conductors and stuff like that. So I think all that's left for me here now is for us to go over to my verdict on this Sakura. So, for my conclusion on the NMD Audio Sakura, guys, I'm going to give it a very solid 4.0 stars out of 5. I think the big question on most people's lips is always, is the Sakura worth $620? And I will answer you like this. $620 is a lot of money for somebody who doesn't have it, but you get millionaires, you get billionaires, and you get guys who are players in this hobby of ours that's just leagues above everyone else money-wise. So for those guys, they're not going to ask, is this worth $620? And let me answer you also in another way. This Oravetti 08700 VB, it's $800 IAM. If I wanted to do a $620 upgrade to it, that would make sense. But if I have the Bequeath Wind, like I told you guys now, and the Cloud, those aren't so expensive. So is this cable then worth an upgrade on them? Well, I would say no, but this cable is also geared towards I'm not going to say a niche, but just a different kind of consumer here. So all in all, I love this cable. I think it's totally worth it. And NMD Audio, man, they are like the Mercedes-Benz to me. With them in effect audio, it's like they are the BMW and the Mercedes. I just can't figure out which one is which, but I love both brands equally. And I have to say, well done on this Sakura cable, guys. So that's it for my review. Check out for my next one. Guys, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch my review. I know in today's busy day and age, taking half an hour of someone's time is a lot. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your time. Just a little disclaimer. I do not get paid for any reviews that I do. All the products that I get from the companies for free in return for my honest opinion. So you can rest assured there's no bias or anything like that going on. I also do not sell my review units. I think that's very unethical, and I will never do that. I also do not do affiliate links. All the links you see on my channel is the direct links to the products on the website. There's no affiliate links. If however you feel like you want to buy me a cup of coffee, I do have a Patreon going on. There's a $1 a month membership. You can just do a 1 month membership and then cancel if you like. And once again, join our Audio Geek Facebook group. Lots of cool guys there. There's a wealth of knowledge. We talk about products, we talk about what's going on in the market. If there's any questions, it's just pure passion. So thank you guys.